Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka, and we begin in Adamawa State in a renewed effort aimed at finding a lasting solution to the lingering communal clashes in Lamurde local government area of the state. Governor Fintiri has presided over the signing of a peace accord between the two warring communities of Bachama and Chobo. The peace meeting, which held at the banquet hall of the government house in Yola, brought together representatives of both communities alongside security agencies and key stakeholders.
It's going to be like a mathematics.
Gathered here at the banquet hall of the Adamawa State Government's house in Yola are representatives of the two warring tribes of Bachama and Chobo in Lamurde local government area. Governor Fintiri is in attendance alongside his deputy, Professor Kaletapa Farauta, head of security units in the state and members of the State Executive Council, among other critical stakeholders. They are here to witness the signing of a peace accord between the warring tribes of Bachama and Chobo aimed at ending the crisis that resulted in the loss of lives and destruction of properties. It was a day of relief and renewed hope in Lamurde as leaders and youth from the Chobo and Bachama communities formally signed a peace accord, committing themselves to peaceful coexistence. Both sides sealed the moment with handshakes and peace signs, signaling an end to hostility.
Peace, it is an inner tranquility. It is an acceptance, it's love. It is truly from within. This peace that His Excellency is looking for is not outside we, the people that are involved. I will call on my brothers from the other side, the Shogo people. This is what happened between an husband and a wife. We can achieve this if we actually meant to achieve it. It is inward within us. An outsider cannot help us to do it more than ourselves.
Your Excellency, both the Chobo and our brothers, our uncles, our nephews, our nieces, our friends, we have all affirmed that we are going to live in peace.
Governor Fintiri assures the people that his administration remains fully committed to sustaining peace across Adamawa State through continuous dialogue and inclusive governance.
Thank you so much for this respect. I commend you. That shows we have a future in this state. We have an understanding youth who are leaders of tomorrow, who have promised us that with their action today, the future is guaranteed and the future is bright. And together, we will build the Adamawa factory. We don't expect any further damage. Enough is enough. And with this, I want to declare that there is no victor, no vanquish.
They applaud the commitment shown by the both sides to resolve the conflict, giving further assurances that the Adamawa State government will continue to engage all stakeholders to sustain the fragile peace as Lamurde begins a new chapter built on reconciliation, trust, and coexistence.
And in Yobe State, the government is taking steps to rebuild communities affected by the Boko Haram insurgency. One of such communities is Buninyadi in Gujba local government area of the state. Following the attacks on the federal government boys' college, the community came under the occupation of the insurgents between May 2014 and March 2015.
Buninyadi, the headquarters of Gujba local government area, is one of the most affected by the Boko Haram insurgency in Yobe State, with several infrastructure lost in the peak of the conflict. The community is considered a volatile front line due to its proximity to the Sambisa forest. The state government is taking steps to reconstruct and rebuild the community. The Buniyadi Stadium, which is still under construction, is one of the projects receiving attention as the state government hopes to boost sporting activities among young people. A few projects at the specialist hospital have also been completed, including the maternity complex and the accident and emergency ward. The construction of the staff quarters, the amenity complex, the twin theater, and special care baby unit are also still ongoing. The state government is also constructing the Quarter Guard and Regimental Sergeant's Major Office at the Nigerian Army Special Forces School, as well as the ultra-modern market, comprising about 400 shops.
This is a support by His Excellency's administration, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, in trying to see how they would assist our security personnel, especially the military, in running the affairs of the security services of the state.
The Chief Medical Director of the Buniyadi Specialist Hospital appreciates the efforts of the state government.
Before the insurgency, it was General Hospital Buniyadi. During the insurgency, the whole structure was burned down. But with the intervention of the governor, our amiable governor, he was able to rebuild the entire structure where we are using today. But currently, the maternity complex that he awarded, in fact, he has awarded so many contracts. Let me mention few. The maternity complex, the A&E complex, as a theater complex, amenity complex.
Officials of the state government explain that the ongoing projects are aimed at reducing the infrastructure deficit in the area, which is as a result of the insurgency.
The Taraba state government is warning local authorities to ensure that no ungoverned space is used by hoodlums to cause mayhem in their respective domains. The governor, represented by his secretary to the state government at an event to distribute food items, to distribute operational vehicles to newly elected council chairman of the state, also reminded them that the law prohibiting illegal mining and felling of trees is still in place. He insists that the state government has ensured local government autonomy and sees no reason local council chairmen cannot deliver the dividends of democracy, adequately protect lives and property, as well as ensure the welfare of their workers at the grassroots.
The newly sworn-in chairmen have already spoken to their people, and they have promised their people that they will give them dividend of democracy. And for them to discharge their duty effectively, in the wisdom of His Excellency, I have seen that transport is one of the major items that is making life easy for persons. Now, some of them are in local government, are in remote local government, whereby there is need for them to have effective transport. If we leave them with old vehicles, they will not function well. It will not give them the leverage to travel to where they are expected to be.
The vehicles we are about to distribute now is symbolic, and I have His Excellency's message to all of you. Upon receipt of this vehicle, you are to proceed straight to your respective local government and hit the ground running. One, in terms of securing and maintaining security in your respective local governments, protecting the natural resources of the people in your local government, that is to say protecting the forest, no harvesting of trees, no mining except with approval, and to secure and protect our people on their farmlands and in their houses. As the chief security officer of your respective local governments, the tax may appear onerous, but you are elected by the people. That means that you have capacity and the people have trust in you.
The secretary to the Taraba state government, Mr. Gebon Kataps, is calling for the recruitment of members of the Boys Brigade into mainstream security agencies. He believes that the federal government should look inwards and give priority to the Boys Brigade Nigeria as a pool of resources during recruitment exercise into security agencies. The secretaries of the Taraba state government and the chairman of the State Board of Internal Revenue Service stated this at their investiture as national patrons of the association.
If you look at the Boys Brigade, it's a big organization. It will get to a particular point that you don't even need to recruit people. You just go and bring them in because they know almost every paramilitary action that they are taught. Maybe the only thing is you just upgrade them by teaching them how to handle light weapons, and then they go into the bush and then begin to defend their communities. So I can tell you this is a buffer ground. This is a fertile ground that government can exploit to ensure that we have every occupied and unoccupied space occupied by young people who are willing to provide security for their communities.
They have a kinetic way of instilling discipline in other people and other children to emulate them. They're in schools, they're in everywhere. So by their behavior alone, because of the discipline in them and fear of God, their behaviors can make other boys to emulate what they are doing.
1 year after, but before we get to that, the governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, has launched an empowerment program worth 1 billion naira targeting technicians and other youths who are into repair of phones and other computer hardware. Flagging off the empowerment program in Maiduguri, Governor Zulum revealed that the initiative would target 150 youths who will be trained in ICT skill acquisition and will be supported financially.
Governor Babagana Zulum and other government officials are attending the empowerment program for Borno youth who are into phone repairs and other crafts. The business funding comprises cash disbursement of different amounts to individuals, as well as the handing over of working tools to the graduates of vocational training. This empowerment initiative is designed to demonstrate that despite challenges faced, the state government is still preparing its youth for world-class opportunities.
It gives me the immense pleasure and a deep sense of fulfillment to stand before you today on this historic occasion, the official launch of the disbursement of 1 billion empowerment scheme alongside the training of operators at the GSM market here in Maiduguri. This gathering is not just about disbursing funds or conducting training. This is about renewing hope, restoring dignity, and strengthening the economic resilience of our people, especially our hardworking youths and small-scale entrepreneurs who are the backbone of our state's economy. From the onset of this administration, we made a solemn commitment to invest in human capital development, believing firmly that the true wealth of Borno State lies not in its natural resources alone, but in the skills, creativity, and determination of its people.
Chairman of the Artisan Association in the state commends Governor Zulum for always supporting the youth.
Many of our members are talented, resilient, and innovative, but they have been held back by the lack of access to tools, capitals, and modern resources. Some had the knowledge, but no machines. Others had the dream, but no support to bring them to reality. Your Excellency, you have proven that barrier. You have given us a foundation on which we can build our brighter future for ourselves, our family, and Borno State. On behalf of my association, I say thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for believing in us, for recognizing the potential of our members, and for investing in our future. You have proven once again that the youth of Borno are not a burden to the state, but a resources to be nurtured and empowered.
Selected as one of those people that are opportune to attend the training of 1,050 people. So I try to learn this skill because it is important for one to learn something good for his own benefits, to help himself.
The investment is expected to create jobs and boost the economy of the state.
And still to come on the program, the community of persons living with disability in Gombe State lauds the administration of Governor Inuwa Yahaya as visionary. We have that story and more coming your way after the break. Join us again. Welcome back. 1 year after establishing the Commission for Persons with Disability, physically challenged persons in Gombe State have returned to thank Governor Inuwa Yahaya for his vision and the benefits that the Commission has brought to their lives in the last 12 months. The ceremony, which held at the Community Education Research Center, Gombe, attracted various categories of persons with disability, most of whom lauded the state's budgetary allocation to their community in the 2026 appropriation bill passed by the State Assembly.
According to the World Bank and the World Health Organization, persons living with disabilities constitute 15% of every community, hence too large a number to be overlooked by any functional government. The Gombe State Commission for Persons with Disabilities, established in December 2024, is Governor Inuwa Yahaya's plan for inclusive governance of an important demographic, often neglected. And 12 months later, the harvest of results seem to be in the positive.
We are 15% of the population of Gombe State, and our people are contributing positively in the development of Gombe State and national at large. You just saw that we just presented a certificate of achievement to a Dave who is a goalkeeper in a national tournament, who represent Nigeria and win a trophy in the West African tournament. And we have a lot of this kind of achievement within the community of persons with disability in Gombe State. And next thing for us is to continue implementing. Already His Excellency has mandated the House of Assembly. We have been captured in the next year budget, and I'm very sure next year we are going to see a lot of achievement and implementation of positive impact on persons with disability in Gombe State.
A policy document developed in concert with the World Bank is unveiled at the 1-year anniversary. The document spells out a 5-year development plan for the Commission, friendly and inclusive language, and access to free education. It provides a reference material for engagement with other demographics in the coming years.
The plan that we have for next year, our children that have disability, out of school children, we are planning to bring them back because education is very important, is one of the key, and also the health of our persons with disability. We are still working on it. It's one of the plans that we have for next year. Then all the government sectors, ministries and government building that they have not do it in disability friendly, we are going to meet them to discuss with them. It's part of our plan next year.
The government has appealed free and fair free education at all levels for persons with disabilities. And we met some MDs like Gombe State University in order to advocate for that, and they promised they will implement it soon. And for example, we get support from Qatar Foundation, like electric wheelchairs, not that manual one that will like go and, you know, it's not that kind of easy for you. You have a disability and you are just managing that hand-powered tricycle. So it's kind of achievement also. Just a call maybe to other development partners that we alone, we cannot do it. We just need their intervention. Let them come and support us in order to achieve our goals.
For those administrating governors at the grassroots, the achievements of the past 12 months shows the government's commitment to the welfare of all demographics.
It's one thing to pass the law, and it's another thing for the commission to take up. It has taken up very well, and you could see that within a year, already international organizations have started showing interest and sending in some contribution and interventions. So for us as a state and local government, we have done our own part by ensuring that we have provided them with the necessary environment for them to commence their operations.
Governor Inuwa Yahaya's 2026 budget has been successfully passed by the State House of Assembly, and the renewed collaboration with the development partners seems to be guaranteed. Persons with special needs in Gombe State are also optimistic of enjoying greater welfare in the year ahead.
Some youth groups in Yobe State have taken significant steps towards shaping the state's political future following the successful hosting of a youth summit. The summit, which attracted several associations, including students and civil society groups, was organized by the Coalition of Yobe East Progressive Youths, aimed at identifying the potential governorship candidates for 2027 general elections.
Youth groups drawn from Yobe East Senatorial District are attending the Youth Voices for a Progressive Yobe, organized to identify best governorship candidates for the 2027 general election. The mission of the summit is also to promote constructive youth engagement and governance by encouraging objective evaluation of leadership capacity, integrity, experience, and development.
We are here conducting an all-important event, which is a youth summit. And then the theme of the youth, the summit is assessing and identifying the gubernatorial material in anticipation of 2027. Although we work with assumption based on those that show interest, for now, despite the drum of the election was not a bit harder, but for those that show a strong interest at the moment. So we use that strategy to assess those that show strong interest at the moment.
The groups represented at the event are tasked with identifying potential aspirants from the 3 senatorial zones. Former President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, scores the highest points among the other potential aspirants.
We are going to call him publicly in the press to come and contest, because as we are considering whosoever possesses all these qualities we are enumerating, it's just like a divine duty for him to come and contest, because this particular state of ours, Yobe, we need someone capable, someone that possesses all these qualities we have been made mention.
All the potential aspirants assessed by the youths are members of the All Progressives Congress, as they emphasize that the outcome was purely a result of the group's deliberations.
The governor of Bauchi State, Mr. Bala Mohammed, has assured the Christian community that the resources of the state belong to all citizens, and his administration will continue to distribute it equitably, regardless of religious background or denomination. The governor also stated that he appreciates the support of the Christian community towards the success of his administration. Governor Mohammed made the statement while receiving the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Bauchi State chapter, which paid him a courtesy visit as part of activities marking the 2025 Christmas festivity.
And today I have the privilege to meet His Eminence, the President of ECWA. When I was growing, the only church I knew was ECWA. So to me, Christendom was even synonymous to ECWA. Until later, I knew that it's cooking, and ECC, ERC, isn't it? And others, then the Catholic, that is the one that later came into my knowledge. And so that is why when we are here, we made sure we brought them in our own renovation on rehabilitation fold to ensure at least we show our Christian brothers that the resources of Bauchi is for all. And of course, even our Muslim brothers believe what we are doing was just and equitable. We will continue to make sure that we give attention to your places of worship, to your places of your permanent rest, to your secretariat, to your welfare.
And there's more from Bauchi State as Christians there marked the Christmas celebration with various activities across the state. Although Bauchi is largely populated by Muslims, members of the Christian community say they freely celebrated Christmas within their neighborhoods beyond church premises. Our correspondent Hajara Aliu visited several Christian communities across the state to capture the cheerful moments and festivities.
Christians make up an estimated 10 to 15% of Bauchi State's total population. Yelwa, a community with a significant Christian presence, is usually lively during Christmas, and this year is no exception. During our visit, we observed children spending their savings on balloons and confectionery, adding color and excitement to the celebrations. Some children share food from one household to another, strengthening bonds within the community. Another common sight during the season is increased movement as people ply public transport to visit friends and loved ones. Notably, many residents leave their homes to celebrate, creating memorable experiences through social gatherings and dance events. We encountered a group known as Umuntamata of St. Joseph Catholic Church, Yelwa, who moved from house to house, visiting leaders of church societies, singing and dancing in celebration. The group shared moments of joy, music, as they served local drinks. Meanwhile, at the Kokin Church premises, another round of singing and dancing drew the attention of onlookers, with many, especially the elderly, watching with excitement.
Each 25th December, we come together and rejoice and jubilate because of the salvation we receive from God through Jesus Christ.
In feeling Kerewa Yelwankagadama, residents also took part in singing and dancing activities. Despite the dusty environment, the celebrants remained cheerful and energetic. We also cited some politicians who joined community members in the celebration.
I've come all the way from Abuja to come and celebrate this Christmas, to show love for our people and to tell them we are one in this country and we are one in Bauchi State and will continue to live in peace and harmony.
Even before the Christmas, there's no sign of any insecurity. Everyone is very peaceful. That's why we even came out. I think if we had sign of any insecurity, we could have not come out.
Elsewhere, some families choose to relax at recreational gardens where parents watch their children play games and enjoy the festive atmosphere. Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.
And on that festive note, we end Newsroom series at this time. Thank you so much for watching. We'll return again same time next week, and we'll bring you another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Merry Christmas.